At the beginning of the story, we see Barry Allen I. Flash, who was ready and going to the office. But on the way, he stops and orders sandwiches from a bakery shop. Barry actually loved this girl. She worked at the shop. That's why Barry often ordered sandwiches at the same bakery shop to meet the girl. A boy working at the shop tells Barry that the girl has not come to work, which Barry is very disappointed with. The next day, Barry gets a call from Batman's assistant, who tells Barry that a theft has taken place in a hospital in Gotham City and the situation is out of control. That's why he has to get there as soon as possible. Barry asks again where the rest of the Justice League team members are. On this, Alfred tells Barry that he is busy in some mission, so Barry has to go there even if he does not want to. Barry, with the help of his super fast speed within seconds, he reaches the place where the theft took place. Barry sees that the ground around the hospital was slowly collapsing. And many people's lives were in danger. That's why Barry starts saving people one by one with the help of his super fast speed. You come over there to help Batman, even Flash, from your Batmobile. Batman asks Flash to rescue people trapped in the hospital and goes after the criminals who caused havoc while stealing a poisonous gas. The ground around the hospital was collapsing. That is why now the entire building of the hospital also collapses down in the ground and starts to be destroyed. And there are many small children inside the hospital, and a nurse was trapped, whose lives were in danger. Due to the collapse of the hospital building, nurses and all the young children start falling out of the building. There was now a deep gap. The Flash was to save all the children and the nurse from falling down together. That's why and uses its super fast speed. This stops time for him. And because the energy of the Flash was burned very fast during super fast speed, that's why he feels hungry. Barry super quickly eats the food items falling out of the hospital building in high speed, and after getting energy, easily saves all the young children and nurses one by one. On the other hand, Batman was chasing those who caused so much destruction while stealing prison gas. The criminals fire an advanced gun at Batman and try to kill him. But Batman escapes the target of criminals with the help of his advanced technology and skill. Criminal, while chasing him, he explodes a tanker on the highway. If you try to stop Batman from coming behind you, then Batman rides his bike. Somehow he gets on top of their car and starts hitting him badly. The driver jumps out of the car in fear by placing Batman on top of his car, due to which the car is out of control and starts falling down from the flyover. Batman somehow hangs from the flyover with the help of his advanced gadget and saves the criminal from falling into the water below. Because the criminal had jelly gas in his hands, which if he fell into the river below and mixed with the river water, half of the people of the city died due to drinking water. Batman could not hang like this for long, and now the criminal's hand was also missing from him. But then Diana I. Wonder Woman comes there to help Batman. She pulls Batman and the criminal up with the help of her lasso and tooth. Now Flash here, he also comes, who saved all the children and nurses in the hospital. Criminal arrested and Flash Batman, after leaving from the same bakery shop, he comes back to the same bakery shop, from where he often ordered sandwiches. He brings a sandwich from the shop to his office, where Barry's boss is lying down. They scold me a lot. Barry worked in a forensic lab because his dad was arrested in connection with the murder of his mother as a child. But Barry knew her dad didn't kill her mom. Absolutely innocent. That's why Barry joined the lab to prove his dad's innocence. Now when Barry is going back to his house after finishing his office work, a friend from his college comes to meet him, who was a journalist. Barry was very happy to meet his friend after a long time, but when she starts asking Barry about her mom's case and her dad, she gets emotional and refuses to tell anything to her friend and comes back to her house. Barry begins to remember old memories of his mom and childhood. That's why now he wears a new Flash suit and goes to his old house where he gets lost in his childhood memories, and we see how he used to live happily with his mom and dad in childhood, and they both loved Barry very much. One during the day's cooking, Barry's mom sees that she has forgotten to bring tomato ketchup from the market, so she asks Barry to go to the market and get tomato ketchup. Barricades go to the market to bring these tomato ketchup. And Barry comes to his room and starts studying. After some time, Barry hears his mom screaming, and when Barry comes back to the kitchen near his mom, he sees that someone stabbed his mom in the stomach and killed her and Barry's dad. I was sitting next to Barry's mom. Joe was asking Barry to call an ambulance. Now because Barry's mom was bleeding, at that time his dad was present near his mother, and the police did not find evidence of anyone coming in and going out of the house. That's why Barry's dad was arrested as Barry's mom. Barry becomes much more emotional than his childhood memories and starts running fast. Why does the Flash run so fast that it reaches a time loop where all the past of his life was going on in front of him, and he could go to any timeline of his past? Flash learns about the power of his time travel for the first time today, and after coming back from the time loop, meets Batman and tells him about the power of his time travel and also discusses this matter. By going back in time, you can save your mother from dying. Why didn't Batman advise Barry not to do this? He didn't know much about time travel, and tampering with time could bring a big problem. Batman he also tells Barry that I became Batman only after my dad died, and you two went to the forensic lab to prove your dad's innocence. Started working where chemicals and lightning fell on you while working so that you get your superpower. That is, every event of our life is important to us. In the end, you have to accept it. Flash does not pay much attention to Batman's words and comes back to his house, where he was his college friend come to meet. Seeing your friend, I don't want to talk back about my mom's murder. Barry's friend tells her that I have come here today not as a journalist but as your friend. Barry quickly cleans his room with the help of his super fast speed and brings Iris inside the house. While talking to Iris, Barry comes up with the idea that if she goes back in time and when her mother went to get goods from the market, she puts ketchup in her mom's luggage at that time, then on returning home, she will not have a shortage of ketchup while cooking. Due to which Barry's mother will not go out of the house to the market to get ketchup. No, Barry's mother died. Barry likes this idea so much why he leaves his friend at home and comes out and travels time to reach me when Barry's mom was buying food from the supermarket. Barry stealth he puts a bottle of ketchup in his mom's luggage and starts coming back after traveling time. On his way back, Flash was very happy to see that his mom was now alive in his past memory and Barry had a memory with his parents. Now suddenly Flash time travel a strange creature emerges from the middle of the Flash which hits the Flash with a loud punch and comes out of the Flash time loop and comes in front of its parents' house. Flash was completely surprised to see this. There was a sound of someone talking from inside his house. Flash when he goes inside the house, he sees that his mom and dad were there. Actually, Flash came in another timeline, who gave Flash's mom alive. Flash is very happy to meet his mom. And he hugs them by his throat. By now, Flash seemed to have a past in his own universe. I went and fixed everything. That's why her mom is alive. Flash enough with your mom spends a good time, but when he was having dinner with his mom and dad, she hears herself screaming from outside the house. He realizes that he has come to another timeline and the Flash with this timeline has come home from college. This before the Flash parents came to know that these are two berries. Flash quickly goes and stops this timeline Flash from going inside the house and goes to his room and explains everything. Due to the tampering done in time, he has come in a timeline. Further in the story Flash 1 to the Flash of the main timeline and the other timeline Flash will be called Flash 2 so that there is no confusion in the story. Flash 2 had not yet received the power of Flash. That's why it is exciting to know that in the second timeline of the second universe, it has the power of super speed and Flash 1 has its own powers. He asks me to show it. Flash 1 shows him his powers to keep Flash 2's heart even if he does not want it, which Flash to be very happy. When Flash 1 reaches today's day and date from Flash 2, he finds out whether today is the same day. The day lightning strikes the lab gives him power was found. That lab with Flash 1 Flash 2 it goes out on the side of which he got the powers, because if he does not get Flash 2 in this timeline, then there will be a lot of problems in the entire timeline. Which may be the power of Flash. Go to them too, and if that happens then Flash 1 will never happen. Now he will not be able to go back to the main timeline. Now because Flash 2 forensic did not work in the lab, that's why Flash 1 hides from everyone about Flash 2 lab it comes in. When Flash 2 finds out that the powers to achieve this, he has to go through electric shocks, so Flash 2 gets scared and starts leaving. Flash 1 Flash 2 he explains and holds her back. But during this time electricity also falls, due to which Flash 2 has its power. Can I get it? But the powers of Flash 1 goes away because Flash 2 is stopped while stopping the lightning that fell on the 2 also fell on Flash 1. Now powers Flash 1 was very sad about leaving and he somehow comes back home with Flash 2. When Flash 2 finds out that he now has powers too, so without listening to Flash 1, there is a fast run in the whole city. Looks like and enjoys a lot, but due to the absence of a Flash suit, his clothes start burning and he completely creates havoc, due to which the city's light also goes away. Flash 2 comes back home. Flash 1 teaches Flash 2 how to use and control passes as well as its own flash ring. Also gives. Inside which his Flash suit was closed. Flash sight and Flash 2 becomes even happier by getting a flash ring. But then we see that suddenly the people of the city are scared and are running around. Flash 1 and Flash 2 does not understand what is happening, and now when he comes to a nearby shop and watches the news on the TV there, he finds out that an alien ship has entered the atmosphere of Earth, due to which the army and the government were constantly trying to fight him. Flash 1 is completely scared to see Alan's ship because it belonged to none other than Krypton's General Addition. Flash 1 Flash tells 2 about the event of coming to the meaning of General Addition, in which thousands of people were killed and the Superman somehow stopped the general with great difficulty. Flash 2 reveals to Flash 1 that there is neither a Superman nor a Justice League in this timeline. This in the sense of timeline Batman used to do the exhibit, which had not been revealed to the people for many years. I was completely upset to know that how will that general addition of the team without Superman and Justin Lee stop that general addition? And now he didn't even have his superpowers. Flash 2K Flash 1 gets to know from friends that even though the rest of the superheroes in this timeline do not exit, Batman does the exit. That's why Batman with Berry 1 Berry 2 to take it in its mention comes Jawab Bruce he was old and considered both Flash as his enemies and attacked them. Flash to your powers with the help of Batman's war, he easily escapes the war and when Flash 1 tell Batman is that it? The future comes from another timeline where superhero has a team called Justice League. Batman is the leader of the Justice League. So Batman explains to Flash that if a part of time is tampered with, it affects that entire timeline. That is, if we go to the past and change something, then the future will also change completely. For this you should never tamper with time. Flash to somehow makes Batman very difficult to accompany you. Run case ending showing possession or relation he convinces Batman and explains to Batman whether we are past or future. There are some things that never change, such as Batman and Batman's assistant Flash 1. It was also in the main timeline and it is also in the timeline of Flash 2. That is, they have not changed. Batman listening to these things of Flash 2 even if it explains this time no Superman exit in line yet does it but still the general addition it can be prevented from destroying the meaning because every in the timeline, the Superman prevents the general from disturbing the meeting. Batman sat in his advanced batship. The car leaves for Russia with both Flashes. Because there it was reported that a child from another planet was found in a Russian lab. It has been kept and it will definitely be a Superman. Batman of both Flash early with Russia where he reaches the lab below by killing the guard. Let's get there. When the guards see Flash and Batman inside the lab, they start attacking them. Flash to yours. Flash 1 with the help of super fast speed. The same Batman kills all the guards very badly one by one in our style. After defeating all the guards, when they open the big bungalow in which they knew the existence of Superman, they see that it was not a Superman but a girl, whose condition was very bad. Not finding the Superman inside, Batman asks Flash to get out of that place as soon as possible with him. Flash 1 he decides to take the girl out with him. Because he didn't leave her alone like this. Could have. When Flash 1 starts leaving with Flash 2 and Batman, a scientist tells them. Who sees his qualities while going from them. It seems to be shooting upstairs. But before he can shoot, Flash 2 pushes him away with the help of his super speed. Now suddenly a bullet appears in the leg of Flash 2. Seeing this, he is completely scared because now the rest of these guards have also come there who start attacking them. Batman with his powerful suit, both of them save the Flash and now a dangerous fight starts taking place between them. Batman somehow managed to escape the two Flash and a guard with the girl with the help of his experience and get into a closed elevator, and the guards before that would also come there and shoot them. Batman makes a blast under the elevator, due to which the closed elevator starts going up rapidly, and with the help of the elevator, they all surface above the surface. But let's come. Here we see that the girl was rescued by the Flash. She was not an ordinary girl but a super girl, whose wounds Jugmug was recovering from the sunlight. Now the guards, Batman and Flash surround each other. But before that no harm was done. Supergirl it goes back up, which kills all the guards very badly. But during this time she herself becomes unconscious. Batman returns to Gotham City with both Flash and Supergirl with the help of a Hummer ship. Coming back, Batman feels stitches on his wounds because he suffered a lot of injuries during the mission. On the other hand, when the Supergirl comes to consciousness, the Flash she asks, "Who are you?" Both Flash tell the Supergirl that we are Flash and Flash tells the Supergirl that Carl, there's a friend I met while looking for me. Supergirl Flash tells them that my name is Kara and I'm the cousin of the Superman. No sunshine due to the meeting, the Supergirl started to weaken. That's why Flash to Super brings the girl with him to the roof of the building. Where staying in the sun for a while makes it much more powerful than back. Flash to win Supergirl he asks if you have become completely powerful, then the Supergirl is just a fan of yours. It breaks the statue built on the building, from which Flash have fun understanding it comes that he is much more powerful than he thinks. General added to Flash to Supergirl he asks them to help him save humans. But the Supergirl was not willing to do so. Because humans have been in his lab for years. I was imprisoned vertical bar so she hates humans now and flies away. Flash 1, on the other hand, now decides to set up to get its powers back. Such as powers it was time to meet, that is, some special types of chemicals, and they have chairs. But sun flash and when the electricity falling from above hits the body of the Flash through the chemical, the Flash gets its powers. The General will be able to save this world out loud. Batman asks Flash that you have your powers. After getting back, you can go back to your world, so why do you want to save this world? On this, Flash tells Batman that he wants to save this world because his mom is alive in this world. Batman hearing this, he understands that his mother has died in the world of Flash 1 and Flash 2 was also listening to all these things from below, which makes him very sad because it meant that now even in this world, her mother will die quickly. Because in all the timelines, the Flash loses its mom, and this is a truth that cannot be changed even if the timeline is tampered with. On the other hand, the Supergirl flies to the place where the couple is. Its huge ship. I stopped with him. He asks the army officer to hand over the Supergirl to him. But now because the Supergirl army did not have it, that's why you can't give it to him. Get angry at what you say. People get all the army officers killed. Supergirl, I watched it all from a distance. In the next scene, let's see Batman, who sees Flash 1 in his powers. Gets ready to help achieve this. The setup is designed exactly as the Flash 1 powers. It was time to meet. Flash 2 was very scared to see all this because he was afraid that Flash 1 would die somewhere during this time. It won't happen. Flash 1 convinces Flash 2 that nothing will happen to him. Flash bat at their behest. Bat in the sky with the help of man supply high voltage current to the shape. When lightning strikes, the current increases manifold and comes back down, and Flash 1 along with chemicals. It also falls on, from which Flash it hurts a lot, but with this, he has powers. Doesn't come back. Flash Batman has to supply current once again because he hopes that doing so will probably boost his powers. Come back. Batman, when current, if you turn on your machine once again to supply, then short. Batman's machine is completely damaged due to the circuit. Now Batman of Flash 2 also flashed. I couldn't help it. But then there is the Supergirl out there, which takes Flash 1 with it to the depths of the sky where the Flash lightning falls on top of the Flash, but despite doing so, the Flash has its powers. He couldn't find it and his condition was very bad. I was very sad to see such a condition of Flash to Flash 1, but as soon as Flash 1 touches, his wounds begin to heal. That is, Flash 1 has its powers. Get it back. Everyone is very happy to see it. Flash 2 then creates a suit for himself by cutting and painting Batman's suit and Flash 1 with his Flash ring and Flash suit. He returns it. Now Supergirl also teamed up with Flash and Batman to General Zod was ready to fight and save this world because she had seen her home planet Krypton crumble in front of her eyes and now she didn't want that to happen with meaning. Then Flash 1, Flash 2, General Zod go Earth distorts with Batman and the Supergirl, they go out to stop doing it. After General Zod approaches the ship, both Flash and Batman join army officers to fight General Zod's soldiers, and the same Supergirl goes to General Zod to stop General Zod. It is Flash 1 teaches Flash 2 to fight the villain because this was the first fight of Flash 2, due to which Flash 2 was not able to fight. Seeing the Supergirl in front of him, General Zod tells that I came to Earth in search of Superman, because Supergirl's uncle and Superman's dad put the formula that revives Krypton planet back into Superman's DNA and makes it. Krypton was sent out. This time the Supergirl tells General Zod that when Superman does not come to Earth, then you also go back because now you have lost. This time the Supergirl was told that we had found Superman I. Carl, which we killed because it didn't have that formula inside it. Rather, that formula is inside you and I am looking for you in the same way that I will kill you and irrigate Cape Town with your blood. Super, when the girl learns that General Zod has killed her brother, she gets angry and attacks him and kills him badly. On the other hand, Batman and both Flash were also fighting General Zod's soldiers. Supergirl, she kills the general very badly and he thinks that your general is dead, but that is wrong because the general was still alive. The chance to be on Supergirl, he attacks and injures her. And help your advanced device from the formula present in the body of the Supergirl starts to come out. On the other hand, Batman's ship also catches fire during the fight, because of which he comes first inside the ship and Batman is also killed as soon as the ship crashes. The Flash could not have won the fight without Supergirl and Batman. That's why both of them go back in time by traveling Flash time and try to save Batman as well as Supergirl. Batman and the Supergirl survive at that time, But the next moment, for some reason, they are both killed again, and General Jode once again the Supergirl manages to get the formula from inside the body. Flash 1 seeing this, it is understood that this incident cannot be changed even by going back in time, because kind Batman, in all timelines the parents of the Man of Flash are killed. In the same way, Supergirl and Batman will also be killed in this timeline. Flash tries to explain to that now we can't change anything even if we want to, but Flash 1 he did not believe his words because he felt that he would go back in time and save all the people. Flash to time travel comes to time where Flash repeatedly goes back in time and tries to save Supergirl and Batman from being killed and defeating General Jode. But every time Supergirl and Batman are killed. Flash 1 he sees the strange creature that punched Flash 1 hard while traveling time, due to which Flash 1 went into the timeline of Flash 2. Flash 1 realizes that that strange creature was none other than the future of Flash 2. In fact, this form of Flash 2 was stuck in this timeline for thousands of years and was trying to save Batman as well as Supergirl so that he could save his world by defeating General Jode. The future look of Flash 2 tells Flash 1, is it that I understand? You are the one because of which my world gets destroyed every time. That's why you have to die first. Now the future form of Flash 2 is time travel again and again. Because of doing this, the whole timeline world collides with each other. There is a destroyed in which there are different versions of Superman. Future versions of Flash 2 attack Flash on, but then Flash 1 Flash comes in the middle to save, due to which he dies there. Because of the current time Flash was dead, that is why its future form also dies, and the world that is in conflict with each other, it was about to happen, it becomes normal and does not distort. Flash 1 is deeply saddened by the death of Flash 2 because he came into the world of Flash 2 and completely disturbed him. After this, Flash time travels and comes back to the time when his mom was shopping in the supermarket, so that he can put that tomato sauce back from, for the first time, he secretly put his mom in his team to save her. Flash sees his mom for the last time, which makes us emotional. Flash's mom couldn't recognize him, because it came from someone else's timeline. But still, she hugs the Flash. After this, he picks up the Flash tomato sauce from his mom's luggage and puts it back in the shop and comes back to his timeline after traveling time. Flash quickly gets ready and goes to the office after coming back to its timeline. Flash's dad was also present in court today. On the basis of CCTV footage, they were considered innocent. They are released because the CCTV footage proved that Flash Wax was murdered at the time, dad of Flash at that time they were shopping. Flash was overjoyed with his dad's release from prison. When he comes out of court, the journalist starts asking Barry questions related to his dad, to which Barry leaves with his friend with a strange answer. Date Barry's friend before he leaves. She asks about Barry, who is very happy because he also liked her. Now Batman also comes there to meet Barry and congratulate him. But Barry totally surprised to see Bruce Wayne. What was happening was what Bruce Wayne had completely changed. It is understandable by looking at his time travels. Not everything is completely okay, but much more has changed. End of movie. In the scene, we see Barry with Aquaman where Barry was telling Aquaman about his time travel. But Aquaman was completely drunk by drinking alcohol and giving Barry his ring and bringing alcohol, and with this the movie ends here. Tell me how you liked this video in the comment box.